Hi guys! Remember when I made that homemade kimchi? I promised to make my all-time favorite Korean soup. And so for today's video, we're gonna make all that. So, I hope you're hungry! Let's start with our hero ingredient. Here's 465 grams of kimchi. You can always add more, of course, if you like your soup to have a more pronounced kimchi taste. It's always nice to have a premium cut of beef in this dish, and ribeye doesn't need hours of cooking. Get yourself a firm piece of tofu, for it doesn't fall apart quite easily in the soup. A few stalks of spring onions will not only give this dish a nice contrast of color, but adds to its flavor too. This is optional, but I like adding the heart of napa cabbage for an additional crunch and freshness. We also need fresh shiitake mushrooms, although dried can be great as well. 2 cloves of garlic, a whole white onion, and a vegetable bouillon or stock. And finally, my favorite Korean ingredient. For this dish, we need 2 tablespoons of gochujang. Let's get prepping! Slice the shiitake mushrooms in bite-sized pieces. Do the same slicing with the white onion and so as the garlic as well. For the scallions, cut them diagonally as they will be our final garnish for this dish. And as I said earlier, this can be quite optional. You don't need to add some really. I just love how it adds freshness and crunch to the soup. Other vegetables like radish can also be added, and sometimes even tteokbokki can be a nice addition too. As for our beef, I like slicing it thinly, but you can have a bigger cut if that's what you prefer as well. A shank or even beef ribs are all great alternatives, but prime cut like ribeye can save you a lot of time in the kitchen. For the tofu, some like it cubes, but for this dish, slicing it as shown in this video is the best option. Now let's cook! Pour 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil in the pot, and then add in the beef as well. Sauté the beef and let it caramelize slowly. Pork and seafood are also great for kimchi jjigae, or for vegetarians out there, tofu is a perfect substitute for all that proteins. Continue sautéing the beef until it caramelizes and then add in the white onion. At this point, don't be scared to see the brown bits at the bottom of the pan. That is flavor, people. Now add in the sliced garlic and the shiitake mushrooms as well. mix everything well. Now it's time to add 2 tablespoons of gochujang. I just love how this paste adds not only additional heat, but also great depths of savory and sweet flavor to this dish. Mix the paste thoroughly until everything is coated fully. For an added seasoning, add in the vegetable bouillon. Our beef stack can be perfect too. And then finally, add in our kimchi. Mix everything well and let the kimchi to saute for a few minutes before adding the water. Just add enough water to cover the mixture and bring it to a boil. Now add in the napa cabbage. Let the cabbage soak in and simmer it for at least a minute or 2. At this stage, taste the soup and make the necessary adjustment according to your liking. That is looking great, don't you think? Thinking of the flavorful and that lovely heat from the spices of this soup while savoring its aroma just make my mouth water in anticipation. Now put the sliced tofu on top of the simmering soup and let it soak to that delicious broth. And finally, add a bunch of the scallions on top. A few seconds more and our kimchi jjigae is ready. This dish is one of my go-to comfort food whenever I crave for something hearty and spicy. It never disappoints every single time, so why can't you? What's not to like? Just look at that warm, flavorful, spicy broth and all that heavenly goodness ingredients. Its spicy, savory, and subtle sweet broth will not only fill your tummy, but will definitely warm your soul. So guys, let's eat! Thank you guys for watching! If you like this recipe, please give it a go and tell me what you guys think. I'd love to definitely hear from you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell to keep you updated from all the latest videos in this channel. Once again, this has been your Acoustic Chef. See you guys soon. Ciao!